right, everybody. So, good morning, good morning. Now, this is the London session. We are going to be getting started right away. Okay, so what do we have here? Um, what do we have here? So basically today, we're going to be taking a look at the latest updates in the market. We're going to be looking at the analysis and we are going to potentially be setting the outlook for today, the potential area of interest, and we'll also take a look at if there are any particular news events that we should be aware of, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay, so first things first, let's check on 4 hour what the market is doing. So we're gonna check on 4 hour what the market is doing, and the way to do that is actually by drawing, by drawing it like this. So now we can see technically that NASDAQ is NASDAQ has tapped into the um, you know extreme of the swing lows. One of the demand levels like the extreme 4 hour extreme. Okay, this particular one that we draw out yesterday, which is the demand level on the 4 hour. However, I would say honestly that I wasn't expecting NASDAQ to be pulling back a lot, but it is what it is. It might be that this is the direction of the market, and expectation and what's happening in the market is actually two different things. The thing is that we need to figure out ways in predicting what the market wants to do every single week. But we can't do that alone by looking at the chart, because the chart is actually a reaction tool. The chart only helps us to react to what has happened, what people are doing, okay? What big monies are actually doing. So our job though what we're doing, we are reaction traders. We just what we see, we trade it. But sometimes it can also be very helpful if we can make smart predictions that, okay, this is where we think the market's going based on other fundamental things that are actually happening in the market. And it's going to help us to position ourselves like, okay, you know what, we can actually sell or we can actually buy. For now, we use mostly technicals, but also having fundamental is really, really cool. It's helpful. But for now, we are technical traders, so we trade what we analyze from our technical analysis, and that's how we do things here. All right, so with that said, let's go on to identify what is going to happen in the markets today. What do we think is going to happen? So first of all, I'm going to take away all these zones that we have that has already been broken, like all the previously high and previously lows that's already been broken, and all these demand zones that has already been taken out. So I'm gonna take all that out now. So now though, we are now dealing in a new swing range here, and technically we were initially uh you know dealing with this particular swing level all the way over here, right? This eye was taken out to this place, but now see what happened. Nasdaq made a pullback all the way over here, and Nasdaq pulling back to this place also really it's like, what are we expecting price to do? It's in a demand zone right now. Is Nasdaq going to respect this demand zone and potentially start creating higher highs and higher lows? We don't know yet. We don't know that yet. The only thing we know right now is that it's currently inside of this zone, and we need to figure out a way to trade this. So in order for us to be able to trade that, we need to really see what we are having. So what we're going to do is that we'll still take this as a demand zone, but now we're going to go and check, is there any other demand zone below where we currently are right now? Like, other than this demand level that is over here, which other demand level does Nasdaq have is actually below the current level that it is? So I'm going to try and mark that out right now. And from what I can see, there is another level. Let me just go full screen this time around. There is another level, but then that level is somewhere. So this is the last one over here. So after this level, yeah, I think this is another level over here. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going to the right. This is another level that NASDAQ can potentially wants to go into if the current zone that we are right now will not really hold. This is a level, this is another demand level that I have identified out that NASDAQ can potentially go into. However, if NASDAQ did not really respect the current level that we are, then obviously, I don't really know. We have to switch our bias back to looking for sales because that is definitely what's currently happening now in the market, especially all throughout this week. NASDAQ was just selling. So there was no real serious buying opportunity for NASDAQ. You know, from Wednesday, we're just selling and selling and selling and selling and selling. So Monday, Tuesday was going up, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, boom, we're just going down. Okay, so we don't, sorry, from Monday, we've actually just been going down. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just going down, down, down. All right, so what we'll do now is, let's see on 1 hour, what can we see on the 1 hour time frame? On 1 hour time frame, on 1 hour time frame, market is just creating the lower low and lower high, you know, you see the parts. So we have been creating a bunch of a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low again, lower high, then we created another lower low, and then another lower high. Okay, so potentially we'll maybe go and create another lower low again. But and you know, for us to be able to start taking a buy now, we need to actually see we need to see the market, you know, breaking this particular level, the high that was actually created. They need to come and break this high. I mean, this lower high. This lower high needs to be taken out. Once this lower high is taken out and there's a pullback, then we'll potentially be looking to take, you know, like another. So maybe now we will start doing higher high, higher low, higher low, and then maybe like until then, before we are actually able to take a trade. So for now, sell is still the prominent area to stick with. So, and that's by just trading market structure. So now though, let's identify the areas of liquidity in the market in NASDAQ. And for NASDAQ love the following area of liquidity: previous day high, previous day low, Asian high, and Asian low. So now I'm going to mark out the previous day high now, which is the highest point that price got to yesterday. So this is my previous day high, and I'm going to mark out my previous day low as well over here. So the lowest point of price for yesterday was over here, and today price already took it out. So the previous day low and previous day price already took out the previous day low, and now it's trading above the previous day low. So what I'm going to do now is turn on I have a indicator that helped me to mark out my Asian range, so I can know the range of Asian session, the high of Asian session and the low of Asian session. And so with that, what I just need to see now is, now I can see that the Asian range, not only for the previous day low, price took it out and tapped into a demand zone. Price is now potentially, you know, changing character back to bullish, at least on the lower time frame. But for us to be really, really, really bullish, there is a zone that NASDAQ needs to take out first. Let me draw a path to it. We need to see NASDAQ break like this to take out this level. Then maybe there will now be a pullback, then a continuation, right? So NASDAQ needs to make this move for us to really have confirmation that, okay, I think NASDAQ is now really bullish, and we can be able to get, like, you know, nice buys and all over there. So the only thing now is that to be able to take a buy right now, it's not perfect. Price is not really inside the zone that we really want it to be. So for us to be able to know what to do, I feel like it's more about being patient and let's trade only in New York session. So the thing is going to be that for the next 3 months, we would only be taking trade at New York session. We will be analyzing the price at London session, but we will only be trading at New York session. And this is going to increase our win rate because it also reduces the amount of decisions that we need to be making in every session. So we make a session in London. We just analyze market in London session, no execution. And then when New York comes, we just execute, based on what we are seeing of New York. And it's going to improve the win rate drastically. So, so we've identified the areas of liquidity, the previous day high, previous day low, the Asian high, and the Asian low. What we're looking to see now is we need to see levels taken out. So currently now, previous day low has been taken out, previous day low taken out, and then prices return back into the Asian range. That means that if NASDAQ is going to keep going, maybe switching back to bullish, we need to see NASDAQ break out of the zone, break out of the high. So if NASDAQ break out of the high, which is the high, the Asian high, then potentially we need to be waiting for potential pullback, right? And then we need to also see NASDAQ taking out the level. So if NASDAQ should take out the level, potentially take out this level, and NASDAQ take out this level, then we are going to have a good confirmation and prices actually going up. On any pullback that we can get, then we can take the trade back to the upside, and I think that's going to be a good trade. So I think that's going to be it for this morning analysis. And if this demand zone that NASDAQ is right now on the 4-hour is the zone that we are going to make a decision from, then I think looking for buys now, it's not going to be a bad idea. And we're going to give it our best. We're going to give it our best shot. So, all right, I think that's going to be it, the outlook of NASDAQ for this session. We are going to connect together again in the New York session, all right? Thank you everyone for coming, and if you have any question, always leave it in the comment section. And if you want to join us on the Telegram, the link is in the description, and then you can join the Telegram, and we can all trade better and trade smarter. All right, thank you everyone, and see you again in the New York session. Bye bye for now.